I'm Judy Bosworth. I'm an Nassau County Legislative for District 10. For the past year and a half, I, along with many of my colleagues who are sitting here this evening, have been advocating on behalf of those who use the services of Long Island Bus. I've met with many representatives of the organizations that are here tonight, including the Transportation Workers Union and all the other officers that we've met. I've attended meetings where scores of physically challenged individuals, just like Angela, have spoken so eloquently about their need for able ride to take them to their doctor's appointments, to classes, and their jobs. I have stood at bus depots and heard the pleas of those who cannot afford to maintain their own vehicles and must have a way to get to work and to school on Long Island. I have had constituents calling my office, pleading with me to help ensure continued service of all Long Island bus routes. These constituents want, as you have tonight, of the unintended consequences of eliminating routes. And in my own home district, such as those who currently ride the N58 to the Great Neck train station, that would suddenly begin to cause traffic jams or parking problems during rush hours if that route would no longer exist. Or when home health care workers could no longer find a way to get to their elderly or infirm clients, perhaps leading those clients to give up their independence and wind up in assisted living facilities or nursing homes. Most of my constituents get to work by car or train, that's true. But there are many, and they are often the less fortunate, or those who are just at the beginning or toward the end of their adult lives, who rely on buses to get them to their first job, or college, or the senior center. Let me tell you something, everybody who's so smug because they think they don't need bus service, that can turn on a dime. You don't know when you're losing your job, you don't know when you're losing your car, you don't know when you're losing your house. We have to have a dependable bus service. And all the adults and young people who need this bus service have to be treated with the same consideration as the attorney who drives to his law office in Garden City or the hotel concierge who takes the train to Manhattan. Without the ability to further their education, earn a living, seek medical attention, or visit with family and friends, these people who rely on Long Island Bus will be robbed of the ability to maintain and further the quality of life. Well, what will they do? Will they leave Long Island? You know, walking is often not an option, and cabs are prohibitively expensive. I have to tell you, I am a firm believer in process, in including all stakeholders in decision-making and allowing those who will be affected to be heard. I am dismayed and appalled at the lack of process and procedure throughout the entire Long Island Bus privatization discussion. As has been said before, this issue has never come before the county legislature. There has been no hearing or even any discourse at the legislature. And I and my fellow legislators have been completely excluded from all discussions about outsourcing and privatizing Long Island Bus. Well, now we're told there will be a hearing, but only after the contract with the private firm is completed. The contract will likely come before the legislature in October, which is a mere 2 months before the routes will be taken over by a private firm. So the only hearing at the legislature will be prior to our vote on the completed contract, which will undoubtedly be rubber stamped by the Republican majority, just as all the contracts and actions have been done before. And Denise, I'm glad to see you here, because I know that in a bipartisan way, you're going to work towards making sure that that doesn't happen. This is not process. This is bulldozing ahead with what the administration wants to do without listening to the very people most affected, you, the riders.